Today we are discussing the programming in C language. This subject is coming from the 3rd BCom Computers 5th semester. So for this subject we have to going to the first unit. What is the first unit for this entire subject? The first unit we have to discussing for this two chapters are there. The first chapter one is introduction to the algorithms. The second chapter is introduction to the C language. So first, what is a C language? C language means it is a general purpose and structured programming language. General purpose and structured programming language. So developed by the Dennis Rich and AT&T Bell Laboratories in USA 1972. So this is just a definition of the introduction to the C language. So before we are discussing the C language, we have to discussing the first chapter, that is a introduction to the algorithm. So for this first chapter, what are the concept we have to cover for this chapter means, first one is algorithms, the second one is flowcharts, and finally programming languages. So first we have to discussing the first chapter, that is introduction to the algorithms. For this chapter, first one is introduction to the algorithm, second one is programming languages. So programming languages are there, different type of the programming language, high level language and mid level language and low level language. So these are the three type of the languages are there. The next one is a flowchart. Flowchart means it is a diagrammatically representation of the algorithm, that is called flowcharts. So first we have to discussing the algorithm. What is mean by the algorithm? Algorithm means it is a step by step instructions can be performing a particular task or particular programming. So first of all we have to writing any programming. So for example, we have to writing a program, that first we have to go for the first step, that is step 1. So for the step 1 we have to given by the first instruction. One instruction is there, the instruction will be executed the first one, the next one it is going to the second instruction. Likewise the step by step instructions are executed by a particular task or particular problem or particular programming. So that is can be executed through the one by one and step by step instructions that we have to call upon the algorithm. So first we have to going for the algorithm, definition of the algorithm. So this is an algorithm definition. Already I am explained, that is definition. Algorithm is an set of the steps for solving the particular problem. That means, so we have to discuss and we have to write a program. So we have to write a program. For example, C equals to A plus B. So it is a program. So the program can be given by this program. We have to write the algorithms before. So we have to how to execute, how to write this program. So the entire concept we have to discussing the step by step process. That is step 1. And again step 2, step 3, that means continuously we have to executing the one by one discussing. So that is an algorithm, step by step processing. That okay. So it can express it any language. So the that we have to writing, what we have to writing the algorithm. The algorithm we have to writing the languages are in different ways we have to writing the algorithms. So that is any language. What we are language, that means say human languages. So what is mean by the human language? Human language means the human can be spoken. So spoken in different ways. That is just like English, French, Japanese, German, Chinese, whatever it may be that. So what you have, what you want to spoken, what you want to speak it. So that spoken of the words, that spoken of the language is just a human language. That language can be, we have to writing a normal procedure, a normal language. By normal language is we have to writing the step by step, that is first one, second one, that third one, like we have to executing all the processes. So that is we have to discussing the algorithm, that is step by step process for the solving the particular problem. So this is just for the definition of the algorithm. Okay, so this all the algorithms we have to executing the all different languages like Fortran and C language, C++, Java and etc. So that is Fortran means formal transformation language, and C language, and as well next one also C++, that is C programming, next Java language. So these are all the different languages. Every language we have to using the commonly of the human language. that is we have to writing the before the algorithm. So that is a step by step instructions are there. Okay, so this is a definition of the algorithm. The next one we have to going to the how do we have to write a simple algorithm for the problem. So already I have to explain. So this is a programming. So find the sum of the two numbers. So this program we have to discussing the sum of the two numbers. Sum of the two numbers means, for example, you have to writing a value is there and next one is b value is there. These two numbers are calculating to add to the c number, c value. So this is entire the sum of the two numbers are there. So for this two number of the problem we have to write an algorithm. The first one is step 1. Step 1 means we have to starting means we have to write a start the programming here. The next one is step 2, it is input of the a comma b. The third step is calculating the c equals to a plus b. Fourth step is printing the c, and finally the ending the algorithm. So this is the entire the process of the step by step of the execution of the algorithms. So what we have to going to the first step, the start means here by the starting. So when you have to write the program, that is the starting statement. So we have to starting the statement is there. The next statement, what we have to going to the next statement. So when you have to write the start program means next we are going to the given by the input statement. So you have to given by the input statement. So input statements are reading of the two numbers. So reading of the two numbers. Next, when after completion of the starting, then we are going to the reading the numbers. So what the numbers, we have to writing the two number of the programs, sum of the two numbers. That's what we have to reading of the two numbers. After completion of the two numbers, reading of the two numbers, then we have to going to the calculations of the program. So that is some of the what you want to given the numbers. So what you want to given the numbers, that is a two number, that is a and b. So these two numbers are calculated to the and adding to the c. So here the do the addition of the c numbers. After completion of the calculations, then we are going to the print the what you are calculated the value. So calculated the value means you are calculating the a and b. So the two numbers are adding into the c. So for the c will be, we have to go into the printing. So printing after completion of the print, then completion of the algorithm. This is the simple algorithm of the, you have to writing the sum of the two numbers, okay. The next one we are going to the, so control structures. At the same time, algorithm you having the three type of the algorithms are there. So these are the three type of the algorithms are there. That's we have to control structures of the algorithms. So these are the three algorithms are there. The first one is sequences of the algorithm. Next one is decision algorithm, and next one is repetition algorithm. So here we are going to discussing the three type of the algorithms are there. Sequence of the algorithm. What is mean by the sequence of the algorithm? Sequence of the algorithm means the algorithm is given by the specific order. The algorithm is given by the specific order. The specific order can be given by the algorithm, that is called upon the sequence algorithm. The next one is decision algorithm. So what is mean by the decision algorithm? Decision algorithm means the given by the algorithm is a command. So what you are given the instruction can be executed a particular command. The command will be true, then output will come. So until the process will be executions. So when you are given the instruction will be execution. The completion of the command will be true, then it is continuous, the process will be executions. The next one is repetition. The repetition means, what is mean by the repetition? Repetition means the process will be within the loop. So when you are given to the instructions, the instructions will be continuation will be within a loop statement. So the loop will be executed for given of your condition. So for the given of your condition, when the condition is satisfied, the loop will be executed for the output. So this is just for the algorithms of the three type of the key algorithms. So the first one is sequence, and second one is decision, and third one is repetition algorithms. Okay, so we are going to explain the, so what is a sequence of the algorithm. So this is the sequence of the algorithm. So already I am explained. So that is for the specified order. Sequence of algorithm means each step of algorithm is executed in the specified order. So it is given by the specified order. It is at front to the ending and a randomic order. So whatever you have to given this, so that is can be a specific order. So likewise we have to explain the sequence of the algorithm. Already the same before what we have to given the simple example of before that. So that is the same will be given this. It is a sequence of the algorithm. So first one is step 1, the first number of A. So it is given the input of the first number, first point. The second step will be the second input of the B. The next will be the, so we have to calculate of the two inputs. We have to calculate of the two inputs. So the inputs will be given by the sum values. So we have to add A value and B value. So for example, A value is equals to 10 and B value is equals to 15. So this two values are adding into the sum. So totally the 25 is a result. So this is the calculations of the input of the two values. So here the completion of the inputs, the next we are going to the sum value that is calculated. After completion of the calculations, we have to go into the print. So what you have to calculated, so the have to calculated value will be reading into the sum statement. The sum will be we have to printing, then we have to complete of the ending the statement. So this is just for the sequence of the algorithm. Okay, the next we have to the how we can write a program of the sum of the two numbers. So already I have to explain the algorithm. That depends of the same algorithm, we have to write a program also. So that one is a very simple to writing the program. So first one is what is the first step we have to going to for the algorithm. The first one is input of A. So this is the first step. Second step is so input of B. And next third step will be what is the third step? Third step is sum equals to A comma A plus B. The next one is step will be the print sum value. And next finally the step 6 last, it is 4, and last step it is end of the programming. So this is a algorithm previously already we have to discussing this. So the same way we have to writing the program. How we can writing the program depends upon the algorithm. So first what he was saying, first we have to go into the inputs, taken of the inputs. So before we have to taken of the inputs means we have to write a programming. So writing program means what we have to starting of the writing the program, that is for the main. Okay, so this is the starting of the program. After completion of the main starting, then we have to open the parenthesis, that is open brackets. After completion of the main, then we have to open for the open parenthesis. So open parenthesis completion means so then here we are going to the algorithms. So what is an algorithm? So first step it is input of the A. So input of A means we have to given the instructions to the inputs. The first one is inputs means are given taken by the declaration statements or variables declarations. Then we have to go into for the integer A. So that is first statement. Second what he was given, so that is for the input of the B, that means second input value. Okay, so this is completion of the just for the inputs are A and B. Okay, at the same time you have to write a instructions. So that is a and B instructions. The statement will be system will be reading of the statements, or we have to given the two type of the statements are there. The first one is printf statement and second one is a scanf statements. So these are the two statements are there. The first one is a printf statements. The printf statements, it is a writing the statement. Second one is a scanf statement. The scanf statement, it is a so reading the statements. So okay, first we have to writing the printf. So printf means enter a value, okay, here by closing the brackets and semicolons. And the next one is scanf. It is a reading the statements. So for the reading of the statements, we have to going for the %d comma ampersand to a. So this is the scanf statement. Why we are going to using for the %d means so it is the integer statement. So integer statements means integer statement are using for the numerical values. So numerical values, what are the numerical values we have to using in the programming? That numerical value we have to represent the formatting, it is %d. The same way we have to going to the b also. So likewise, so printf b. The next one is scanf. It is %d equals to and ampersand to b. So this is the two statements. Are we have to using for the a value and as well as the b value. So then we have to completion of the input values. So input values are completed. The what was going to the next statement, that is for the third statement. So the third statement is you have to using for the sum equals to a plus b. So this is the calculations of the statement of the third step. So we have to going for the calculating, so like the same way what we have to go calculate for the as well as the mathematical equations on calculator, the same way we have to apply for this. That is for the sum equals to a plus b and semicolon. We are completed for the sum, that means calculation will be completed. What was the next fourth step? Fourth step, it is a printing the sum value. So printing the sum, what you are calculated. So calculated will be the sum, that is a plus b is a calculated, and these two values are loaded into the two values are sent into the sum. So we have to printing the sum value, that is we have to going for the print f sum equals to %d comma and sum, then it will be closing. Finally then we have to condition will be the ending of the statement, that is the fifth statement. So this is for the just for the programming of the sum of the two numbers. Again I have to writing the clearly step by step how to programming. The first one is it is for the main statement. So this is the main statement, then flower brackets open, next integer a comma b comma and sum. So this is three variables. So next one is printing the statement, that is printf. So printing the statements. So enter a value and b values. So like same way you have to write in the same statement. Okay. Next scanf the two statements. So this is the writing statement. Printf statement is a writing statement, a and b. Same way we have to open the quotations and %d. We have to writing the two %d, that is one thing is a, second one is b. Then we have to closing the brackets. Ampersand, that means ampersand is a address of a variable, that is a we have to read it. Next one is ampersand of the b, that is second one is. So finally we have to calculating the sum equals to a plus b. So finally we have to print of the statement. So it is for the value of result equals to %d comma and sum. So this is the a simple program of the finding the sum of the two numbers. Okay. So this is an example of the sum of the two numbers. Okay. The next one is decision. So already we have to discussing the that is a sequences. So next one is a decision. Decision means we are giving the one command. So that is one conditions. That is a conditions. The decision statements are used when to the output comes to the process depends upon the conditions. So when you are given the statement, that statement will be depending upon the conditions. So that depends upon the condition. The condition will be satisfied, outputs will come. Until then, the process will be execution continuously. Until then, the process will be execution continuously. So this is for the decision algorithm. Okay. So here we have to discussing the 4 steps of the decision algorithm. For example, we have to take in the biggest of the 3 numbers. We have to take in of the A is 1 number and B and C. So these are all the 3 numbers. So these are all the 3 numbers. First we have to go for the which one is the best of the, which one is the highest of the number. Then we have to how we can calculate it. So how we can calculate it means we have to go into for the conditions. So apply for the condition, simple. So that is a greater than B. So then we have to check it is whether the A is greater and B is greater than. So if it is not there, then we have to go for another choice, that is a greater than C. Then we have to calculate for the A is greater than or C is greater than. So simply we have to find out the greater than value is there, A, B or C, whatever it may be. The condition will be applied here. So condition will be applied here. The condition when it comes to the true. So condition will be comes to the true means the conditional output will be comes. So until then the process will be executions. So this is for the decision algorithm. Okay. We have to see the algorithm. The first step it is input the first number of A. So already I have tell you. So we have to take in of the 3. So first one is A. The next one is second one, it is statement of the B. Again we have to see the C also. So this is the first 2 steps are given by the input. So that is the IO input statements. So input to statements. So first input statements have to completed the, so this is for the entire process. This is for the entire process of the, so condition. Entire process of the condition. Already I am telling you. So decision state algorithm means it is depends upon the condition. So it is the depends upon the conditions. Here we are going to the condition is there. So we have to check it is A greater than B. This is the first statement. So A greater than B. So here it is the value is true means we have to printing for the A is bigger. Okay. So if it is not possible, if it is not true, that means the statement will be false. Then we are going to the another statement and A is greater than C. That is next statement, A greater than C. Here it is we have to check it is A greater than C. If the statement will be true means then we are going to the, so A is bigger. So if it is not true means false means then what we are doing, the next statement then printf of the, so A is completed. Then next else statement is there. First we have to go to for the if statement. If statement A greater than B and A greater than C. Then so it is not true means you are going to the next statement else. Else if B greater than C. If the B greater than C means if the condition will be true means then you have to write the B is bigger. Okay. So this is for the statement will be completed. So if it is not satisfied, if it is not true, that is means its statement will be the false. Then what you are doing, the next statement will be you are going to the, so that is for the else statement. So first we have to condition will be satisfy means print the B statement. So else then you have to go into the third statement, that is the C is a big statement. C is a big value. Okay. So this is entire the decision of the algorithm. So decision of the algorithm will be depends upon the some of the conditions. Okay. Likewise we have to explain the same way we have to discussing the algorithm. So we have to writing the program also same way. So first already we have to discussing that is biggest of the 3 numbers. Biggest of the 3 numbers. For the first step we have to take an input A and B. So these are the 2 inputs are there. After completion of the inputs, then what you are doing, then going to the condition. So condition is, what is the condition? So A greater than B and B greater than, sorry, A greater than C. So this is the one condition. So this is A greater than B and A greater than C. So if it is satisfied this condition, A is bigger. So the condition will be true, means A is bigger. So if it is not satisfied, that means the condition will be false, then what you are doing, else statement are there. So else means if we are going to taken for the B value, so that is a B greater than, so B greater than C. So that is B greater than C. So B greater than C means if the statement will be true, so the statement will be true means B is a bigger, we have to decide it. So if the statement will be false, the statement will be false means the next statement is C element. Okay, then we have to writing the program save way. So then integer A comma B comma C. So this is the declaration statement. Next we have to going for the printf. So printf we have to taken, this is a writing statement. So writing statement of taken of the, so enter A comma B comma C. So this is the printing statement. The next one is scanf. Scanf we have to reading the statement. So what we have to reading the statement, we have to three statements are there. So percentage D comma and percentage D and again percentage D. So these are all the three statements are there. So percentage D means A and percentage D means again B and percentage D means C. So these are the three reading the statements, as well as we have to mention the address ampersand A comma and ampersand B comma and ampersand C. So this is the reading the statement. So here we completed the reading the statement will be completed. The next one we are going to the condition statements. Condition what you had given. So if A greater than B and symbol is there. So and next one is A greater than C. So the condition of A will be satisfied here. So A will be satisfied here. We have to write the printf statement. A is bigger. So A is bigger. So if the condition will be satisfied, A we have to decide the condition will be satisfied. Okay. So if it is not satisfied the condition, then we are going to for the else statement. Else, then we have to going for the another condition, that is for the B greater than C. If the condition will be satisfied, then what you have to doing, so print of the statement. So this is for the, so B is bigger. So B is bigger. So the condition will be satisfied here. It is B is decided. If it is not satisfied the second condition, then what you are doing, next we are going to the another else statements. So that is for the printf. The printf will be C is bigger. So here the statement will be decided what is the bigger value. What is the bigger value? For example, A is 15 means and B is 10 means and C is 20. We have to take in the values of the, for example, A is 20. So here going to the A greater than B, it is not satisfied. A greater than C, it is also not satisfied because of C value is 20. So A is false statement. Then we have to going to for the next condition, that is a B greater than C. So we have to compare with the B greater than C. What was the value of the B? So B is only 10 and C is only for the 20. Then we have to check it is, this one is also again the false, that is that condition was not true. So the statement will not executed. Then we are going to the else, the last statement, which is the C statement. So finally C is the bigger value. So decided the condition will be the here. So this is the, so decision algorithms. Okay. The next one is, it is the repetition algorithm. So repetition algorithm. So repetition algorithm means the condition will be going in within a loop. The condition will be going with the loop. So when the condition will be satisfied, when the condition will be satisfied, loop will be continuously executed for the condition will be satisfied. So previously what we are discussing, the condition will be not satisfied the decision algorithm, so then we are going to the next statement. But here it is the condition will not satisfied. So condition will not satisfied means you are going to the again loop will be the continuously execution till the condition will be true. That means so condition satisfaction till the program will be executions there. So this is the repetition algorithm. So what we have to see, repetition involves the execution one or more steps for the number of times until the condition is true. So condition, then what the condition will be satisfied. So what the condition will be satisfied until the number of times the process will be within a loop. The process will be within the loop. Then we are going to see the algorithm. The first one is here going to the step initialization. Already we have to discussing the declarations is there. So here declaration of we have to take in the set I value and again the n value. So here two values are there, that is integer I comma n. So these are the two values we have to take in initially for the step 1. I equals to starting, that is first number, and a number of times, how many times it is, you have to take in the 10. So it is for the initialization. The next step we have to go into the repeat step. So repeat step 3 and 4 while the condition will be given here. So previously decision will be depends. So directly we have to going for this loop is the second step. It is going to the third and fourth will be executing. So third and fourth will be executing while the condition will be satisfied. So it is for the printf Dennis, and second one is, so it is a loop will be increasing. I equals to I plus 1. So I equals to I plus 1 means loop will be continuously so increasing the what the given by the condition, that is 10 times. After completion of the 10 times the loop will be out, or the loop will be executing for the end of the statement. So this is for the repetition of the algorithm. Hereby I have to printing one statement. Actually the loops are, we are given the number of types of looping statements are there. Within the looping statements are in C language 3 looping statements. First one is, that is for the while statement, while, and second one is do while, and third one is for loop. So these are all the 3 looping statements, while looping statements. So what is mean by the while looping statement? While looping statement, it is a first we have to check the conditions. First we have to check the condition while. So here given by this, so I less than equals to n. The condition is going to for the I is less than equals to 10. Then what the number of time, n number of time will be within a loop is there. Okay. So the problem will be execution. After completion of the n times the loops, it is coming to the exist of the looping. So this is for the while condition. While condition is first it is check the condition, after then going to the statement. Okay. The next one is do while. So do while means what is mean by the do while? First we have to enter into the statement. For example here this is the starting of the loop. So first do means, so enter into the loop. So do means you can first you have to executing the first statement. So after completion of the statement then we are going to the while statement. So while statement will be executed while hereby the condition is there, I less than equals to n. So if the condition will be true means enter into again for the looping the statement. So if it is not, condition will be true, that means false means, so loop will be out, that is exit to the loop. Okay. So this is the second one of the do while. Next one is, it is the for loop. For the for loop we have to discussing the, so initialization and I equals to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus increments. So this is the condition of the I value. So I equals to 0, that is initialization, I less than n, that is condition, I plus plus, that is incrementing or decrementing. So these are the 3 type of loops are there into the so C language. Hereby we have to, and given by the while. So while is I less than equals to n. So I less than equals to n means the condition will be given. So what is the value of n? N is 10, and what is the value of I? I is 1. So the condition given by the I continuously for the n number of, that is 10 times, will be executed. So after completion of the going to the 11th time means the loop will be out, coming to the execution number. Okay, the printf will be here it is. The increment will be continuous for the 10 times. Finally the execute the program. So likewise this is the same way we have to writing the program for the here of the Dennis, printing of the Dennis Rich. So using for the looping statement, because of looping statement it is for the repetition algorithm. Okay, so here we have to take in the two variables here. So integer n, integer I comma n, here the two variables are there. So two variables are there. So two variables are completion of the, so we have to take in the while statement. So while statement, while I less than equals to n. So what was the value of the I? I is just for the starting of the value 1. What was the value of the n? So n is 10 values. So then we are going to printf Dennis. So printf Dennis, the statement will be printing. Then we are going to the I equals to I plus 1. That means first we are going to enter into the loop. So I equals to n, that means first statement will be enter into the loop. So the first statement will be executed. First print the Dennis, the second one Dennis, and third one Dennis, and fourth continuously for the value will be 10th time. Continuously the value will be the 10th time. The 10th time will be the execution. After 10th time you have to going to the for the 11th time. So after enter into the 11th means the condition will be false. The condition will be false. Again we are enter out of the loop. So it is exit for the loop. Loop will be exited. So this is for the program of the, so Dennis Rich for using of the repetitions of the algorithm. Okay. So here I am going to for the three type of the algorithms are there. So three type of the algorithms for the using a control user algorithm. The first one is sequential algorithm, the second one is decision algorithm, third one is repetition algorithm. Okay, so these are the three algorithms are there. Okay, the next one we are going to the explain for the, that is for the some more examples are there. So more example of the algorithms are there. So first it is algorithms swapping of the two numbers. What is mean by the swapping? Swapping means simple. For example, a value is 10 and b value is 15. So swapping means the b value goes to the a and a value goes to the b. So this is for the swapping, that is exchange of the two values. So that is the swapping of the two numbers. Here we are going to the, so there is for the some more another example, swapping of the two number. First we have to going for the first step, it is input of the a value, and next one is second value, it is b value. Here the a value is 10 and b value is 15. Then we are going to the temporary variable is there. So temporary variable is there. So because of exchanging the values, so that's what we have to kept in the temporary using variable. Okay, a equals to temporary, temp equals to a, and again a equals to b and b equals to temp value. So this is the swapping. This is the swapping of the two values. What here again? So for example, here it is a equals to 10 again. So b equals to 15. So what the condition will be executed here? So temp a equals to 10. So temp a equals to 10. Temp is another variable. So here temp is nothing but empty. So temp is nothing but empty. There is no value in the temporary variable. So here we have to declare already for the value is 10, b value is 15. So what the third step will be executed? Third step will be executed temp A equals to A. So temp A equals to A means the value 10 will be going to the temporary. So what the value? A value. So A value is 10. The 10 will be going to the temporary values. So that means, so A equals to nothing but empty. So A is nothing but empty. So the next fourth step what we have to discussing this. So this is the A equals to B. So A equals to B. So A is already going to the temporary value. So temporary means what was the value of the A? A is nothing but empty. Then you are going to the A equals to B. So A equals to B means the 15 will going to the A value. The 15 will be going to the A value. That is A equals to 15. So what was the value of the B? B is nothing but empty. So B is nothing but empty. So the next statement, you are going to the step 5. B equals to temp. B equals to temp. That means B equals to temp means what was the value of the temp? Temporary value is 10. So temporary value is the 10. The temporary value 10 going to the B value. So B statement. So insert into the 10 into the B. So again the B value is 10. Here is the swapping. So that's what we have to saying. It is another algorithm. It is swapping of the two numbers. Swapping of the two numbers. That is A equals to 15 and B equals to 10. So before we are giving the A value is 10 and B value is 15. After swapping A value goes to the 15 and B value goes to the 10. So this is, we have to printing the statement after completion of the swapping. So this is an algorithm of the sum of the swapping of the two numbers. Okay, the next one you have to going to the same another example, that is finding the even and odd. So finding the number even and odd. So when you are given the number, a number, the number will be even or odd. How can you have to find out it is even number or odd number? What is an even number? So even numbers are given by the 2, 4 and 6, 8, 10. So these are all the even numbers, already you know very well. So next odd numbers. What is mean by the odd number? So 1 and 3, 5, 7. So these are all the odd numbers. So here execution of the odd number or even number. How can you find out? So depends upon the calculating by the 2. So when you are calculating the 2 equals to 0, when you are calculating the 2, the result will be 0 means, so it is the even number. So if it is not 0, the value it comes 1. That means, so it is an odd number. Okay, so this is algorithm of the finding the even and odd number. Here we are going to the discussing the algorithm of the even and odd. First step. So what was the first step? Simple. First step we have to take in the A. So that is a number. So what the number you are entering? So number, for example, you are entering the number is 2. Okay, so it is the 2. So you have to A modulus 2. So A modulus 2, the result will be 0. That means you are taking the A value, it is 2. So modulus will be also, result will be 0. That means it is a even number. So if you are taken the 3 number. So if you are taken the number 3. So 3 means, so same way 3 modulus 2 equals to, it's not 0. So it is not 0. Remainder will be there. It is 1 is there. That's what it is an odd number. Okay. So it is okay. The condition will be taken here. So if the condition will be true, then you are going to the print the value of even. If the condition will be true, going to print the even value. If it is not true, that means the condition will be false. That means the condition will be false means then you are going to the odd number. The simple way you have to writing the same, you have to writing the another programming is there. First we have to take in the integer A. So this is enough to taken of the declarations. Then we have to open for the braces printf statement. So print the, so enter the a value, enter the a value. So again the next one is scanf percentage d and comma ampersand a. Here it is a value will be taken, a value will be taken if the condition will be here the second step, if the condition will be here the second step. That was a if a modulus 2 equals to 0. So what the value you are taken, what the value you are taken, so you are taken the value will be 3 means the calculating the value will be there. So 3 means, so it is remainder will be 1. So it is not executing the statement of even statement. The next you are going to the odd statement, that is, so you are taken of the 3 number is odd number. For example, you have to taken of the another number, that is a 2 number. So 2 number is obviously even number. You are taken of the 2 number, you have to checking the if the condition, if the condition it is 2 remains, it is 0, that means even will be executions. So this is for the algorithm of the, so algorithm of the even and odd. Okay.